Yo yo yo. Yo yo yo. Let's see, what do we got here for today? Oh, what the? Hey, what's up, Diana? Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This looks like a good impulse situation for gold when it breaks a high, but not enough range. I already looked at it. We're not making those early moves like I did on Friday. Friday, it took that early move and it was almost a mistake. I was like, oh shit. The hell? Alright, let's get a little analysis. Actually, just kidding. It's not analysis time quite yet. I gotta get everything sent out, all the links sent out to the homies. Make sure we can get the gang on here. Y'all let me know in the chat. Let me know, make sure everything's all good. You can hear me loud and clear. Let me know if you can hear the music. What's up, Patrick? What's good with it? How you doing this morning? Or afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you. Hope you're doing good. Patrick, NMGU sales. That's what's up. Hope it works out for you. Hope it works out for you. What's the plan for today? See any setups? Haven't really looked quite yet. Like I said a second ago, buys look good. You know, this looks like a good impulse situation, but not enough range to the top of the zone right there. But I like when price action does these strong rejections like this, because then now we can expect this candle right here to wick down, respect this low right here, and come up and break these highs and probably go retest this area. But you don't know if it's going to continue through that area or if it's going to reject, so that's where it gets a little tricky. That's why I don't think it's a good trade to take. But daily right now is currently kind of doji here on gold, so it'll be a little challenging today, honestly. We'll see. We'll see. We'll set this as our buys above area. See how this looks on the lower time frames. Yeah, and that's kind of what I was just talking about here. So yeah, I think we're gonna need buys above here to target there. I think that might be safe. Yeah, that's a nice range right there. So we'll probably look for buys above 1927.84. Target this 1932 level. About 45 pips or so. It's pretty solid. Yeah, and we can look for sells right here. 1922.65 to 1920. Yeah, so that's going to be the plan so far on gold. Igor, hello everyone. How's it going? Hi Mike, I wish you all a happy day. Thank you so much, Igor. What's happening with you? Hope everything's going good with you. We're rocking and rolling so far today. Oh, what do we got here on GJ? GJ looks like it can come down, break them lows. Yeah, it's a nice range to the bottom there. Oh, but daily's bullish. I don't like that. Don't like that. Strong rejections here. Strong wicks. You know, strong rejections to the downside. So it could play alongside of the sell theory here. If it breaks a low, you know, you target down here. But you guys know me. I don't like to trade against the daily candle. Hey, Jeanette. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, that's unfortunate because that's a good counter trend setup right there. $17, 18 pips or so to the upside though. Could potentially flip and go break the highs and continue bullish. All good, bro. Thanks. Asia had some moves pre-London, London ranging, awaiting NY to have a push up in the market. Yeah, we shall see. Yeah, it looks like gold. I mean, just based on gold kind of being a little doji candle currently. Seems like the move might have been a little bit unclear. It's a beautiful rainy day here. Where are you from, Igor? It's a little overcast here too. We had some good storms last night actually.
Hello.
What's up, Maurice? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
All good, man. All good. No complaints.
Just sent you my analysis on gold. When you get time, have a look at it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'll check it out in just 1
Sure.
second. I'm from Macedonia, a small country on the Balkans. Huh. I feel like I've heard of it, but alright, so what I'm looking at here on GJ is we respect the low here, we can break the high of this previous bullish candle. I think we can have a nice push up to the top of this range. It's only about 18 pips, 17, 18 pips or so, so it's a little wishy-washy. So better buys I think would be above 161, 181, which would also be past this this rejection zone here too. But the reason that I'm like looking at this potential opportunity here, if we break the highs here, is because it's kind of like that range 1, range 2 situation where we have like range 2 up here, or this is range 1 up here and this is like range 2. Think like Don Vo, Wicks Don't Lie, like those types of dudes talk about those situations, so could potentially be something. Like I said, I think the better buys would be above 161, 181. Yeah, Maurice, we got the same thing here. We got the same analysis here. Yeah, above 1927, 89, go up to 1932, and below 1922, 73, go down to 1920. Yeah, I agree. I agree with it. And yeah, to your point, you know, daily candles like a doji right now, you know, so on a gold, you know, so you kind of need those confirmations, you know, on either side, which is a good thing because on either side with both of those opportunities, they're going to be moving strong in that respected direction. So I think it would make sense.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Also, I just saw your message about, you know, like outside of trading, if I have any other social businesses or anything like that. Not really, to be honest. Like everything that I do now is kind of like brick and mortar. Like I got a cleaning business now. I mean, I have like some, like I'm working in a sales position currently with the e-com company. One of my buddies' companies helping them build out the sales team. But so that's remote, you know, it's digital based, but it's a different opportunity. It's expensive. $35,000.
Yeah, that's expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more so like an investment opportunity. It's like that's like we target like real estate investors and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm interested to see what GJ is gonna do here, if it's gonna flip and break or and make a little push or not. Market structure looks like it could, but it's kind of getting to the end of the candle at this point, the end of the hourly and 4 hour, 15 minutes, like 10 minutes left in the candle, so getting kind of risky at this point. just the waiting game at this point. Got the analysis in play. Just gotta see what's gonna happen. See if we got any news. No news today. Got some GBP news tomorrow, some USD news tomorrow. I don't think that's gonna be too crazy. PMI, don't even know what it is. Level of diffusion index based on surveyed purchasing managers in the services industry. Above 50 indicates industry expansion, below indicates contraction. Release about a week apart. Leading indicator of economic health. Interesting, interesting. So it's been below 50 for a while now. Since June, it's been below 50. They're forecasting it to still be below 50, but what you gotta really pay attention to is this right here. The usual effect, actual greater than forecast, is good for currency. So they're predicting, they're forecasting 45.0. So if it comes out to be like 45.1, that's gonna be good for the currency. Traditionally should push the US dollar up, gold down. See if there's any other news for the week. Some CAD news on Wednesday. Advanced GDP on Thursday. Core price index on Friday. So yeah, some things happening.
What's good, Mike?
Hey, what's going on, Jake? How you doing?
Yeah, not much, brother. Not much. How about you?
Not bad, man. Not bad. Just chilling.
What are you looking at today?
I was looking at this right here on GJ, thinking if it could flip and break the high here, it could push up to the top of this range. I think better buys would be above 161, 181, but this looks good too, specifically with these rejections and stuff.
Yeah, I had a failed buy on GJ actually this morning, on the 30-minute. So you see where we came down, created support just there, yeah, and then we broke above. What do you think about that? It looked quite valid actually. We were in bullish uptrend. We had the retracement. It closed above support. But for me, I think Arton took the same trade as me. The volume might not have been there because if you look at the time, it was kind of an hour and a half after London Open. So I'm thinking maybe that was the volume just not being there. But the setup looked good. I don't know if you think that setup looked okay, but maybe there was a bit of resistance to the left where you've got the previous resistance. But I don't know.
Yeah, that's really the only thing that I can really think about is, I'm like, this might have been the better zone, and I'm thinking that you probably had it marked up as this.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I could probably consider, and that's kind of what I was explaining about, like what I'm seeing right here is like if we flip and break the highs right here, you know, we have like these rejection areas down here. But so I think like better buys would be above 161, 181. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's like it's kind of tricky, you know, in those situations because we move clean down and we created like a clean range. So yeah, I mean, to me like this would be like a strong level of support. It had a strong rejection here, and then we have this bullish candle close pretty strong. Next one, you know, wick down, break the highs, continue. How did it print? Did it like break the highs early in the candle or?
No, it stayed. Probably took about 3-4 minutes to break,
Oh.
and then didn't make a massive lower wick.
Uh-huh.
It was still enough of one to think actually it came down first and then moved up. It was like, I think it was, yeah, doubled with maybe not enough volume at that time to push through. So then that resistance to the left might just not have been enough. But
Yeah.
again, I think probably one of those trades where just the probability wasn't it was probably there, but just not on my side today.
Yeah.
I think the overall setup looked okay, to be fair, but just
Yeah, it could have also been like this hourly situation. So this was at 4:30 a.m. my time. So it would have been this bullish candle here. So yeah, that could have been that type of situation where we had this strong bearish candle. Didn't really have like a bullish close on the hourly. I don't know that I would have really considered that, you know. I probably would have executed how you executed and would have anticipated it to play out, but yeah, I think it's just a probability thing, honestly.
yeah, that's all good. What about gold? What's your thoughts on gold today?
I'm thinking above you know, 1927.84 would
Yeah,
be good buys.
Are you bullish today on gold?
I don't know, it's kind of like in a little doji situation right now.
Yeah, the dailies. I hadn't taken anything on gold today, but I was waiting for kind of New York, where I might look at doing something, just because I was hoping for some more data to come through to allow the daily candle to kind of make its mind up. But it's still neither here nor there, so it's quite difficult to kind of decide. But you see this morning, there's just so much volume that comes in pre-London at the moment. That big bearish move all the way, it was just from sort of 1-2 hours before London. And then you wake up and you think you almost instantly get FOMO because you're like,
yeah,
what happened? You know? I'm sure it will all change at some stage. The volume is always shifting, isn't it? But for the time being, it's all pre-London at the moment. It makes it quite difficult to trade when you trade in London, because nothing, almost during pre-London, nothing happens. Just kind of ranges, no movement, and then you get a little bit of volume after London open.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely, it's moving a little odd, you know, like when I look at the daily candle and I see like it's like doji like this, you know, it's like you know, not too sure what's gonna happen there.
Because when it came down, I thought maybe we're coming down and we're going to create support for it to continue moving up, and maybe have like a day of bearish candle. But now it's come back up already. It makes me a little bit unsure. But maybe if we can create support and close above 1927, that might be the best idea.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking is going to be the best opportunity. Yeah, I think above this 1927.84 area is a nice range to the top. The cells below, not the best range down here, but I think it could work out.
See, the Zoom's becoming a bit more popular, which is nice.
Yeah. Everybody wants to come hang out on Zoom. Got to keep some of the traction on YouTube so we could still grow.
Yeah.
Let's see. YouTube, Eli, what's good? Good morning. Eli, I had forecasted last week for GJ to hit 161.528, but now I'm a little puzzled if it will go bearish for a bit, or is it going to continue push for a December 20th high? Yeah, I think that's probably a little bit too big of a picture for me. 161.528. Oh yeah, it's already hit that. Marjan, can you please open XAU? Yeah, this is what I'm looking at on gold, Marjan. Could be, you could execute buys as it flips bullish and breaks this candle high, but I think the daily is still gonna be bearish. Yeah, it's gonna be like, it'll be like flipping and turning bullish, I think. 1925.70. Yeah, it'll be barely bullish. I think it might be a little risky.
Hello, Mike.
What's up, Maurice?
I was watching Donvo. When was it? Was it last week? On his Instagram page, he was talking about RR. Then he was saying that you guys are busy going for 1:3, 1:5, 1:10, holding a trade for that long, and then it reverses and then it takes all you out your money. Well, I'm going from a simple 10% and I'm dipping. I'm not wasting my time there, and I'm off. So you were saying that the best thing to do is just take your money and go. Stop waiting for the longest time possible to hold something and it comes back up and takes you out again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I personally just like to secure. You know, I don't really like focus on RR or anything like that. Like, yeah, I see a lot of people that do things like that. Like, they're like, oh, I'm only gonna take 1 to 5 RR trades, things like that. I don't really trade like that, just because you never know what the market's gonna give you. You know, I see people that'll do things like this, you know, like where they're like, all right, I'm gonna take buys right there, but you know, a 1 to 2 RR is gonna push me right here, so like this is gonna be my target. And like, I don't understand doing things like this, because like you have this rejection area here, you also have this rejection area here, so like what makes you think that price is just gonna sail right to here, you know? So that's why I don't like to do like RR based trades, because it doesn't really make sense to me based on like, you know, it's like you're expecting the market to give you too much, you know? To me, it's a hope based trade, you know? Like, what's the confirmation that price is just gonna sail through this zone and sail through this zone? To me, there is no confirmation, you know, unless price starts to break and close above. So that's why I don't really like it. But I mean, it's everybody's own preference. I mean, people message me on Twitter and shit all the time, and they're like, you know, I don't like, why do you only take 10 pips when your stop loss is 30 pips, you know, things like that. And my answer is always, it works for me.
Yeah. Yeah, because last week I think apart from, was it Thursday that, I think it was Thursday that we had a loss, isn't it? The one that we took it based out of FOMO in a way. Yeah. But all along from Monday it was majority wins.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean,
Yeah, because
also that loss too, you know, it it did take out like 2 days worth of profits, you know, so like that is like the downside. I mean, like people's, when people tell me that, like their thoughts are not invalid, you know, like it's valid what they're saying, you know, it's a negative risk to reward, so like I have to be more profitable, you know, than I have to take more winning trades than losing trades for sure by a lot. But so yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, it's just one of those things, you know. That's also why I'm like super disciplined on the situations that I want to execute on, you know, only taking one trade, things like that, because you take a couple of losses and wipe out a lot of profits. But
yeah, because last week it only took out my Tuesday and Wednesday. But on Friday, the trade that I took on Friday, I had one at 10 pips, so that gave me like 27, and then the other one went an extra 60 pips. So I had closed like 50% of my trade, and then I had the other 50% running. So it was all good. The one that you were saying that you better to wait for a break and close below the level that we drew. But so it was like, let me just take it. Whatever happens, happens. It's a stop loss.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all situational, you know, it's all personal preference. I mean, I know people that that just take swing trades, you know, and will hold trades for a shit ton of time, and you know, it's not my style, you know. Like I used to do things like that, but it doesn't work for me, you know. But I know a lot of people that'll do things like that, you know. But I mean, I think that's the beautiful thing about trading. It's like an art, you know, that people can do a lot of things, you know, have a lot of different strategies, and you know. Fenny, good morning. Good morning, good morning. But yeah, I took this trade on GJ right here as it's breaking the high. Just cleared 10 pips a second ago. I was able to secure. But this, I think this is honestly gonna keep going. So Jake, this is another thing that I kind of seen a lot. Donvo, Wicks Don't Lie, like those guys, like they talk about this type of situation right here, and if you watch some of their stuff, what they refer to this as is like this is like range one. So just to go back on like the entire thought process. So like you have this move up, you know, you have a resistance form, price came down, it formed that level of support that you got caught in, Jake. And so this is like creating a range one situation. Like this is like range one. And then you have the other situation where price can come down into this zone that it came down into, and this is like range two. And a lot of times, like what they talk about is like, you know, this support right here that was formed could be like a fake out for it to continue pulling back, just for it to continue and come back up and retest this zone. So I've seen like them talk about this situation quite a bit, and I think they call it like a range one, range two breakout is what they call it. And so like, you know, if they get confirmations inside of this range, they'll enter, but they will target up here, you know, 161.578, like they'll target the range two resistance.
Hey, Mike, this is Jeanette. I grabbed the 10 pips on gold, sell down.
Nice. You take it as it was breaking the lows here?
Yes, I did. I went in at 1924.82 and just wrote her down for 10
Nice.
pips. Yeah, I know I could have stayed, but I felt like when she hit the resistance zone there, I was like, she's gonna pull back, which she did. So I just went on and took the 10 pips and left it there until she get below the 1920. Then I'll get in for another sale.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, 10 pips and dip, like I always say, you know, once it's blue, it's on you, you know?
Right, that's right, because I hear them talking about last week loss, but I didn't lose. Once I entered the trade, I went in after you because you had called your time that you went in for your price.
Mm-hmm.
But once I reached the 10 pips, it pulled back on me, so I closed at 7 pips. But if you leave it in too long on your choice, that's you, but you got to set your goal and what you're looking for, click in, click out, and then go in, look for a better entry on the next one and go from there. So it was good for me.
Yeah, yeah. Good work. I'm happy to hear it.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I like that. I like that decision there because you know you can look at these wicks as two things. You know, like you can look at it as a rejection or a wick fill. But I like that you considered it to be a wick fill because of you know the fact that it's continuing to close below this like 1927 area, or you might have been considering this 1926 area, whatever you were considering. But no, I like that.
Yes. Yeah, because by looking to the left, you feel the wick as well. It was also clean with the step over with the bullish candle as well. So I said, okay, let's just try it.
Yeah, that's
it
true.
Worked.
Yeah, that's true. That's another thing too, is just what you just said. Let's just try it and see, you know? Sometimes that's what you got to do. Just execute, build that confidence, so when you see the same thing in the future, you know what to do.
That's right.
Let's see. Fenny, good afternoon. Good morning over here. It's 7:15 in the morning. Karthik, hey guys, LTA zones. I don't really know what LTA zones are. Clean traffic or low traffic? Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, Karthik. Don't know. Marjan, we maybe have the best time for trading because London open at 9 p.m. and also we can watch for NY. 9 a.m. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying, Marjan. You're located in London or something, or in Europe in that time zone. Yeah, that's the best. I mean, if you could catch London, I would. And then if you can't catch something in London, then you got New York session to potentially catch something. Have been seeing this setup, GJ and Gold, from old archive seminars from Uncle Ted. Ah, yes, 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 Uncle Ted the GOAT. Very simple and neat price action, yeah. Yeah, I think this move made a lot of sense. I mean, just kind of like based on what I was explaining, I think it'll probably move pretty clean to 161.578. I've seen this explained by a lot of people, you know, like just like you were saying, Karthik. Like I've seen Don Vo and Wicks Don't Lie. I've seen those dudes talk about this like range 1, range 2 breakout situations quite a bit. They also trade like very similar to me. Like they usually have a very strong bias in one direction. At least Wicks Don't Lie. I never really watched Don Vo, but I watch Wicks Don't Lie during Asian session frequently, just because, you know, he's got good vibes on his channel, and you know, it's pretty solid. Like he's pretty solid with the markets. He's real disciplined. I like watching his stuff. But Don Vo, he streams during this time too, so I never really watch it because I'm usually here. And then before I started streaming, I used to just hop on Raj's stuff. Didn't really pay attention to anybody else.
Did you take that trade, Mike? Sorry, I just popped away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Good trade, man.
Yeah, and just to explain it, Jake, I explained it earlier, but I didn't realize you were gone. But
yeah, sometimes I just mute myself and have to take myself away every now and again. But
yeah, no worries. Yeah, no, I know you're working, but yeah. So I seen like Don Vo and Wicks Don't Lie, like those dudes talk about this situation as like this is like range 1, and this is like range 2 situation, or maybe it's vice versa. Maybe this is range 1 and maybe this is range 2. I don't know. But they basically look at it as like there's two ranges, and you know, we had this bullish move up, price came down, then it created like this this resistance. But they would look at this as like, or support right there, sorry, not resistance. They would look at this as price came up, created a resistance here, but then it came down and closed below this level here. So like they would still look at this as an opportunity for buys to go up and pass through this area. But I've seen them like talk about this quite a bit, and they call it like a range 1, range 2 breakout.
Oh, okay, so that where you're talking now is kind of like range 1, and then you're expecting it to continue into range 2 possibly. Yeah,
exactly. Yep.
Especially if it closes above.
Yeah. Yeah, if it closes above, that's going to be a real good confirmation. But when I was in the trade, I was looking at it based on the hourly, and it was kind of rejecting right here, so I was getting a little cautious, but it started rejecting like right here at the 161.079 area, so I was like, yeah, but I think it's good. 4 hour was bearish too, and it didn't have a top wick, so, and obviously just if we just keep it super simple, daily time frame bullish, you know, price found a support and enough range to go test the resistance, so. Karthik. Same here. Nice to see simple price action traders. KO would be joining soon, guys. In coming weeks, I'm working on price action strategies. This is almost similar setups to trade, but more in New York and Tokyo session. Yeah. You're welcome anytime, Karthik. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any sessions, but we're here Monday through Friday. Karthik, I got Telegram. I don't have Discord. Discord's too hard to use. Two MG stock. Wow. What you wowing? What you wowing? You wowing this GJ move? Or the fact that gold's not moving? Well, I guess it is moving, but not the way I want it to move. Jake, you a soccer fan? You a football fan?
Yeah, soccer, football. Yeah, man.
Right on. Wasn't there a big match this weekend? Arsenal and Man U?
Yeah, it's a good match. I don't support either of those, but I watched it, and sometimes it's probably similar to you. If you watch like American football, you just have an appreciation for a good game. So it was a really good game.
Yeah, man, I'm from Michigan, man. So my team's the Detroit Lions, and they've been terrible my entire life. So yeah, you pretty much just have to support other teams when you're from Michigan. Who's your team?
Chelsea.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like that's how it goes over there. You either like Man U, Arsenal, or Chelsea. I guess Man City, City is a big one.
Yeah. You tend not to find many Man City fans for some reason, even though they're like one of the top teams, if not the top team. But you tend not to find many City fans, which is strange.
Yeah, I feel like it's like the little brother to Manchester United,
Yeah, they'll definitely feel like they're not the little brother anymore, but technically, if you look at the history, they probably still are, to be fair.
Yeah, like in the big scheme, I know they've been better lately. City's been better than United lately, but actually no, they just recently played and United beat them.
Yeah, it's only a recent thing though. I would still say Man City are better overall.
Yeah.
If it closed above this resistance, Mike, would you consider, if you hadn't taken a trade, looking at a buy?
On gold here?
On GJ, sorry.
GJ. Yeah, I would consider it. I might want to take something that was like, something like like a break and retest situation. Just because what I talk about, a lot of times is, when you have like consecutive like bullish candles like this, you have to anticipate a bearish one coming in play at some point.
Yeah.
And also like the further that price moves from a resistance, we're likely gonna have a pullback, so I might want to see something like this, the push and break up, and then a bearish candle and then continue. But yeah, I think it's just kind of situational. Because I have taken some breakout trades like that recently. Like a couple of my trades last week, I think, or at least one of them I think was like that, where we had consecutive bullish candles. We closed above it in area, and I still executed. You know.
Yeah, I suppose it depends on what the close is like, doesn't it? 'Cause like you said, if it closes too bullish almost above the zone, then you probably want to wait for a retest because otherwise you're just entering at a high.
Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes that retest could just be like a bottom wick, a bottom
Mm.
wick, and then continuing, and that could be like the break and retest on, say, 5-minute time frame.
Yeah, I've seen that happen a few times actually, where it just happens in the same candle rather than, you get a 30-minute close ideally, but sometimes it doesn't always happen. It's just a wick down and up you go.
Yeah. This guy says, AFC says, yes, Mike, waited 19 years and now can be proud of my username on YouTube. AFC, I'm guessing that's Arsenal Football Club. I mean, that's the same thing with me, man. You see me, I got my Detroit Lions cup right here, man. Detroit Lions, man, they didn't really have a good season this year. They didn't make the playoffs, but they had a good season this year, but they didn't make the playoffs, so, but it's okay, I feel like I can finally, pull this cup out in good spirits, This is the only Lions merchandise I have. Yeah, but yeah, if you're from Michigan, you're usually a fan of college sports. When I was real young and before I was born, though, like the Detroit teams, like the Red Wings, the hockey team was really good. The Pistons, Detroit Pistons were really good basketball team. Yeah, see, this is where it gets a little tricky here on GJ, because now to me it looks like it's respecting this level here. So I think we could probably break the lows and probably continue down. Or it could be a wick fill and push up, but this is why I get in and out of trades. Because that would have been a nice move. You would have been up 20 pips and now you're in drawdown. That's no fun. Yeah, I like these wicks on gold though. I think we start breaking some highs, we can flip this around. It's just too bad that the daily candle is kind of in a doji situation at this point. Man City equals oil money. Okay. Don't know enough about it, but it sounds good to me. I trust your word. If it closes above range, I will enter and buy. Talking about GJ Marjan? Or gold? Yeah, GJ, okay. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about here on gold. Break these highs. We had a lot of rejections to the downside, so breaking the highs, I think it should push up to 1927.84 here, but daily candle, it's flipping bullish now, but I think it's a little risky. If I hadn't taken a GJ trade, I probably wouldn't execute on this. I'd probably wait for it to come up above 1927 area. Daily candle is going to be a bit stronger, bullish at that point. Got a lot of people on the YouTube stream today. Was Donvo not active or what? That's what it was last week, I think it was. I think it was Martin Luther King Day. Donvo took the day off, so everybody came onto our stream.
What do you think about buys on gold here, Mike? With I know you're looking at close above. Would it be a similar situation to where you took buys on GJ though? If you had a close on the 30-minute around about here, would you anticipate the next 30-minute to continue up? Kind of like a range 1, range 2 situation, or is that different?
Yeah, I mean, I think it could be, I think this would probably be like range 1 and then range 2.
Yeah.
So it'd be like in a range 2 or whatever, but yeah, I mean, I like this. I mean, this is a setup I trade pretty often where you have these strong rejections like this and price goes up and breaks a high. I just, it's a little challenging because of the way the daily candle is, but I mean, it is bullish at this point, you know, as it was breaking the highs, you know, that's when it was like flipping bullish. So that's what I was just kind of saying. I'm not too sure if I would have executed on this or not. I mean, there's enough range for sure. It looks good. I mean, the rejections to the downside, you can consider this like a rejection of this zone, you know. I mean, I like it. I probably would have taken this. And I think also, yeah, hourly. Yeah, I like this situation on hourly too.
Would you have taken it as it broke above the bearish candle, or would you wait for the bullish confirmation?
Yeah, I probably would have just taken it right there as it broke above.
Yeah.
Especially if it was like above 1927.84 or something like that, if this setup was happening, because you know the daily candle would be strong bullish, you know, you'd feel good about it. But yeah, I mean, I think this is solid. Yeah, I think it's solid. Karthik, good luck with your trading session. I will be sharing my charts in Telegram and learning from you guys. Awesome, man. Look forward to seeing you around. Vietnam buy. Yeah, put the house on it. Full margin. Full margin buys on gold right there. Daniel Harding, good morning. What's happening, man? What's happening? I think that little push would have gave 10 pips if someone did execute there. Oh no, not quite. Just kidding. Dan FX, good morning. How's it going? It's going good on my side. Hope the same for you, man. Hope the same for you. Yeah, this is a nice little push here. No Zoom call on Slack. Menos? Nah, that's not my Slack channel. Zoom calls on the Telegram. Venom, you're going to buy? Venom? Yeah. Might be a little late now.
Yeah, I end up closing out with 10 on the buy, but I end up with 6 pips once it closed me out. But it was still good.
Yeah, that's not bad. Profits, profits. Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, I think it's good to keep pushing. Yeah, this would be right around the 10 pip
Yeah,
level.
that was a nice push too.
Yeah, especially if it breaks this high right here on the hourly. It should be pretty nice. Fill this wick here. Continue up 1932. 4-hour candle. Yeah, 4-hour candles respected the previous low and broken the high, so that's good. Daily candle now should be getting a little bit stronger and stronger in the bullish direction. Probably just need maybe some New York volume to keep pushing it through this 1927 zone. Adam Watkins, thanks for subscribing, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the love. Yeah, GJ is getting a little tricky now. Some rejections in it.
Mike, question.
Yes, sir.
You see how that bullish candle is coming to that 1927 resistance that we drew. For the candle I know needs to close above that particular region, right? So what if it closes above and it has no wick?
Yeah, if it closes above with no wick, I'd probably wait for a bearish candle and then the next one to be bullish and break the highs, which would be like kind of like a little break and retest situation, like I was talking about on GJ.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we'd see something, want to see something like this probably.
Okay. And if it closes above with the wick, should it close above the previous wick also, the previous bearish wick on that bearish candle, or just a close above with the wick, you're good to go?
Yeah, I think if it closes above 1927.84 with a wick, I think that would be pretty solid. Yeah, the stop loss might be a little big, maybe 35-40 pips or something, but yeah, that should be pretty solid, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, at this point, I would definitely wait for price to close above. And I might like consider like how I could have executed on this candle. And I mean, I think like the best like trade that would have happened here would have been, you know, just taking it right as it was breaking the high, like this type of situation.
Yeah.
But the challenge is like, you know, as I was talking about, if I make this wider, we can see it on the daily, I think. Yeah, so as I was talking about, you know, that this would have been like right as the candle was flipping bullish, you know, it would have been like literally a doji, you know, so I don't know that I would have executed on that, you know, I probably would have waited.
Mm-hmm.
Now when we get the candle closure above this zone, it's going to be a strong confirmation that we're going to continue bullish.
Yeah.
So I would prefer that, I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what I would do, I think. Yeah, I think let's see what it looks like. I don't usually pay attention to the 15-minute, but yeah, this previous 15-minute candle doesn't really have a wick. So I might start rejecting here. 1927, I think it'd be pretty important to just wait for this candle to close at this point. Could have really been like two entry options. Could have taken it as the 30-minute high was broken, or could have taken it as the hourly high was broken. But like I said, you know, both of those situations, daily candle wasn't really strong in the bullish direction. Very doji looking like, so would have been a little risky, I think. But that's one of those things that If you like it, you just gotta execute on it, and whatever happens, happens. Put it in your back pocket for next time. Ooh, man, GJ's rejecting that level pretty strong. Think if this hourly candle on gold closes above 1926.38 or so, 40 or so, be a good indication that's going to continue bullish. But might just want to wait for like the extra confirmation based on the 30-minute, because if we look at this, like, you're going to trade it based on the hourly, you have to put your stops based on the hourly. And so the next candle breaking the highs, you know, entry would be like right here 1927.86 or so, and your stop loss would have to be like down here at 1922.87. So you're looking at like 50 pips on the stop loss. So it might be a little hard. At least that's what I would do if I was trading it based on the hourly. People on the YouTube channel, make sure y'all give a like to the stream. We got like 50 people on here live with us, 25 likes. Give a like. If you're new to the stream, make sure you subscribe. Be here Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. Oh yeah, look at GJ, we rejecting now. Oh yeah. So the range 1, range 2 theory that I was talking about didn't really play out there. It didn't really drive out. Still could, I guess, but... So I trade zone to zone. Justify, buy now. Which pair are you buying now on? I don't see any confirmations here. Rajesh, you got some feedback going on. I'll give you a mute there, and if you got any questions or anything, feel free to unmute. Rajesh, I'm gonna kick your ass out if you can't control your mute button. Jatin here. I am from India, so I don't know which app is good for Forex trading. Can you suggest me? I think Forex trading in India is illegal, so yeah. May want to check with Modi over there and ask him. No, but I don't know, man. I can only recommend what I use. I use Dominion Markets. I've also used Traders Domain. Those are the best two brokers that I've used. So yeah, I mean, those are the ones I recommend. Got the link in the description for Dominion Markets. Obviously, the referral link. So if you guys want to sign up through that and you know, give me some of your referral commissions, that'll be lovely too. If not, no worries. There's also Jatin. There's a guy on my in my Telegram chat that is from India as well, though. So his name is Sartaz. You can reach out to him. He does some live streams too. London session he live streams. Love Worship, new subscriber. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The love is always appreciated. We're getting close to that monetization point here on YouTube. Tony123, Mike, how are you? I'm amazing, man. I'm amazing. Hope the same for you. Jatin, okay, sir. Thank you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Got about 2 minutes until this candle closes. 2.5 minutes. Looks like gold's rejecting it a little bit. If it closes the way it closes now, definitely would want to wait for that 30-minute candle to push up and close above this 1927 level, in my opinion. I think regardless, I would want that. I don't think I would take it based on the hourly. Get above that 1927.84 level, it's going to give a little bit stronger confirmation of the direction, so I would prefer that. Same thing with GJ. Close above the 161.181 level is going to be necessary at this point. This is like turning into like a no trade range here. Like we've seen this quite a bit, honestly, with GJ. Like during like pre-New York, New York Open, things like that. GJ's not really moving too much. We get into London close and we start seeing those crazy big moves on GJ. So. $20. Doesn't look like it's gonna disclosure is gonna give any confirmations on any sort of entries though. What you doing? Yeah, based on how it closed here, still not good. Still not good for anything. On neither pair, in my opinion. Joey Barba, curious if there's a way to get the Zoom link. Join your YouTube from Raja's Slack. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you. You can catch that Zoom link in the Telegram group. But first, you need to subscribe to the channel. And give a like to the stream. Once you've done that, you paid the fees, and you're good to join Telegram group and join on Slack. Or, sorry, not Slack, Zoom. Got you. Thank you, man. Thank you. See where this hourly close. Hourly close just above this resistance at 1926.40. So yeah, like I said, I mean, I think the better confirmations would be waiting for the 30-minute to close above the 1927.84 level. Joey, I'm from Georgia. I live in Georgia. We're right by the ocean. Surya, how long you been trading? I've been trading since I think like 2017, 2016. I don't know though. I've been in and out of trading for a long time. Probably 2016, 2017 or so. Started to become like profitable around 2020, 2021. Discovered Raja in like 2019-ish. That's when a lot of things changed for me, honestly. Simplicity with the market, simplicity with the charts. That's when a lot of things changed. Ooh. Yeah, and if you look at GJ here, you know, as I've kind of talked about before, you know, you can look at the wicks, and like how it's breaking lows and highs for like a better understanding of like the direction of price. So, you know, if we look at this, you know, at this point is when we had our last situation of a higher high and a higher low, and then we had lower high, lower low, lower low, lower high, and then we had a higher low and a lower high, and then we had lower high, or sorry, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Now we've respected the high, so we have a lower high and a lower low. So this candle here, this current one, I think it's going to be pretty crucial in the direction. If we come up and we break these highs, then to me this was like the pullback candle on the lower time frames. You know, so we've probably seen a bearish candle on 15-minute, 5-minute, whatever the case might be, to where we can continue coming through that zone into that range 2 zone like we were kind of talking about earlier. Even though it's bullish, you know, even though it's a weak bullish candle, you know, you still got to think about what are the wicks doing. Is it creating higher highs and higher lows, lower highs, lower lows, not doing anything? Yeah, think about that too. Same type of thing on gold. We had you know, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher low, higher high. So this next candle should probably respect that same trend. Higher low and then create a higher high. Surya, if you don't mind, is a scalping? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, I would classify myself as an intraday trader and a scalper. I really only trade for about 2 hours during this time session, 6:30 to 8:30. That's it. Then I'm out of here. Onward with my day. Onward with the busy day. I'm 12-2 on the year so far. We had a great start to the year. Best start I've ever had to any month or year, anything. So I'm feeling that 2023 is really going to be my Jordan year. You know, it's going to be my breakthrough year with trading. And we all going to be along for the ride here. Hey, Surya, I appreciate that. New follower, thank you so much, man. Yeah, I think GJ, if we respect this previous 30-minute candle's low and we go and break the high, I think it'll probably push through this 161, 181 zone. But if you're looking to take a trade on GJ, I probably want price to close above. And then same type of thing I was talking about with gold earlier. You know, this is why I think a bullish close or a close above 1927.84 is important. Surya, yeah, I'm live Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We'll be right here, rocking and rolling, figuring out how we can scam the markets. Yeah, let's see what's gold gonna do here. If we go break this high, it's gonna be the hourly high. Doesn't really fit my impulse entry criteria. As you guys know, last week I got caught up in that impulse entry. Where is it at? It's over here somewhere. It was Thursday last week. Thursday. Oh yeah, it was right here, right here. Yeah, I had the right idea, took the impulse entry right here, but this was the candle I should have entered on. This one right here. Sorry if I ask how many times you TP and SL tonight. So I only take one trade a day. So I had one profitable trade right here. I secured everything right here, 161, 107, so it's about 10 pips that I secured. So one trade, one win, and you know, I put them profits in my pocket and then jog along to the next day. One trade, risk 1%, carry on. Carry on, carry on. That's been the biggest thing for me in my trading journey, by the way. When I simplified it to one trade a day, man, the whole game changed for me. Stopped over trading, stopped over leveraging, stopped over risking, stopped blowing accounts. Everything changed when I changed that mindset. And Raja's talked about this in the past. Like, trading is a very emotional thing. You know, when you take a trade, there's a lot of emotions involved. And he talks about this situation of where he had a chat with a psychologist, and the psychologist knew nothing about trading, and they were basically like, yeah, so you know, trading, or you know, the human brain, the human mind can only make 1 to 2 emotional decisions per day effectively. You know, you can obviously make more, but is it going to be the best emotional decision, the most logical emotional decision that you could make? And so that, you know, when I thought about that, you know, that really like put 2 and 2 together for me. Like, trading's very emotional. I mean, you're dealing with money, you know, anything around money is very emotional. When you win money, you feel like a king. When you lose money, you feel like freaking homeless. So once I like really thought about that, I was like, yeah, it makes perfect sense, you know, because when you take one trade and it's a loss, it's okay. Usually you're not too mad about it. At least I'm not. But if I take 2 trades and there are 2 losses, yeah, that's when I start getting pretty pissed. And once you get those negative emotions, that's when you start, you know, taking larger trades than you should, and you know, just everything goes downhill. At least for me, that's for me. Dang, Donvo is live, and you guys still showing me love. I appreciate that. Let's go, Daniel. Let's go. 8 wins, 1 loss so far this month. Been the best run I've had since trading this way. Been a lot more picky about the setups I take. Let's go, man. Give yourself a pat on the back. Yeah, it's funny because, you know, with trading, like, less is more in my opinion, you know. The less you trade, the more you get out of it. You know, the more you're able to study your setups, study how you executed, what you did right, what you didn't do right. You know, it's easier to learn from things when you're taking less trades. You know, if you think about it, like for me, I have a trade journal. I document all my trades for the week. I record a video, like a short little video, you know, less than 5 minutes for every trade that I take, just basically explaining it. And then at the end of the week, Saturday morning, you know, I kick back, drink some coffee, review my trades from the previous week and see what I could learn, see what I did good, see what I could do better, things like that. But it's, you know, I'm able to do that because I only take, you know, maximum 5 trades in a week. You know, that's 25 minutes worth of video. I can watch it on 2x, and so it's actually about 12 minutes. I could go through all those videos. 13 minutes I could go through all those videos, and you know, I can mark down, okay, cool, what went well, okay, this went well, you know, what I want to do more of next week, what I need to do better next week. You know, that I learn the most just from that, just from reviewing my trades. Daniel, these streams have helped me be more disciplined. Thanks. No problem, man. But at the end of the day, it's you, man. It's you. You're the one executing. So if you're able to make yourself more disciplined, that's on you. So good shit. These streams make me a lot more disciplined too, because I don't want to look like a dumbass in front of you guys. Oh man. But yeah, I talked about this at the beginning of the year. You know, I kind of mentioned, you know, like, you know, if you just focus on trading the best possible setup and not every setup, a lot of your guys' trading journeys would completely change, would drastically change. Just focus on the best possible setups, not every setup. And reviewing your past trades is what's going to tell you what's your best possible setup. Let's see if we get a push here with this 820 candle. We got COMEX open coming in play. You know, we kind of just been on a range here. If we look at the 5-minute time frame, see what happens with this COMEX open here. Should drive a little volume into the markets. The way it's looking, it looks like it's going to make a push down. We'll have to see. If that 15-minute low breaks, we may see a retest to the support at 1923-ish. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. I think that's also, oh yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that, but as I mentioned a couple of times already, you know, I prefer to trade in the direction of the daily candle. Where price is currently, there's no real true direction of which way that daily candle wants to go in my opinion, so I'm still holding strong to these levels, 1922 and 1927. Yeah, exactly. 1337, yeah. 1337 Forex, that means the daily candle would flip bearish, exactly. And if you look at how the daily candle is printed, it's respected the previous candle's high, this bearish candle's high, and it's broken the low. So that would make more sense in my opinion. If the daily candle is going to be weak, doji situation, you know, I'd be favoring the sells, but the COMEX open right here, so this is where a little bit more volume comes into the market. You can see that the 5 minutes already kind of making a nice push. So if it pushes above this 1927 level, I think it'll probably stay. It'll probably stay up there. It's going to be a 30-minute candle high, 1 hour candle high. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty valid. Surya, tell me when it's time to entry. Yeah, it's gonna be time to entry when you have price closing above a 1927.84 or below 1922.65, and on GJ if price closes above 161.181 or below 164.26. I mean, at this point I don't really see any conditions for an entry. Rajesh, you got a question? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if you're unmuting to ask a question or not, but I can't hear shit. But yeah, we're probably gonna see what happens at this 8:30 close, and then I'll probably move to shut it down after that. Continue on with my day. We're not really doing too much at this point here. But it's just kind of ranging here. Yeah, and nothing here on the fundamental side that can push it. So what to see. COMEX didn't really do anything on gold here. What's buy above MP special? So you can go to my YouTube channel. It's gonna take a second to load here, but It's really taking a second to load. Yeah, so you can go to my YouTube channel and then go to the actual channel. And then you can go to videos here. See this video right here? How to identify where to enter a trade. And then how to identify tradable ranges. These two videos right here explain exactly how I trade. And so like this video right here talks about the entries I take, things like that. You know, so this is like me explaining entries. Yeah. Explaining entries. But yeah, so check that out. But in the meantime, what an MP special is essentially like a break and retest. So if you could think about it, like this was like the session's move right here. You know, we had this high created up here, we came up here, we formed a level of resistance, and we pulled back, created support, tried to go back up but failed, came back down. And then so an MP special is like we have a high created, price comes down, forms a level of support, and then we go retest those highs. But yeah, if you, because this one isn't really like a crystal clear MP special. Like it would have made a little bit more sense from this area right here. Would have failed to do it. Yeah, Renegade Capital MP special, LOL. Yeah, LOL. And then the other entry that I really like is this setup right here, which I call a slingshot. Because if you think about it, you know, this like, you know, high is created, we have a little pullback with this bearish candle, and just to gain momentum to continue the move. So it's like a slingshot. But the MP special is the MP special because that's like my favorite setup to trade. I like the slingshots too, but you know, if you think about it, if you were trading the slingshot setup here, you would essentially be like buying the highs, you know. So it's a little bit more risky, in my opinion, because you're buying the highs and selling the lows in a slingshot situation. Whereas in an MP special, a high was created and you're just getting confirmations. Go retest the high. So I prefer that move, and it makes a lot of sense when you're trading with the trend. Got like 2 minutes, minute and a half. This 30-minute candle is gonna close. Get some more information. Doesn't look like either one of them is gonna push out of the range though, so it's still a little tricky here to execute. Omar Kafella, new subscriber. Thank you, man. Thank you. Welcome to the family. I thought, why did you not put the TP at the target for buys? That's a good question, sir, yeah. But the reason is because there's a resistance right here. So, you know, what makes me think that price is just going to push through that resistance and come all the way up there? You don't know that, you know? So, can't ignore the resistance. And as you can see, the candle that I was trading, you know, it came up into this zone and rejected. And it's been just playing around in this area the whole time. So, didn't put my TP up there because you don't know if price is going to go up there. The only thing that I could really like confirm was, alright, cool, we've created a level of support here. I can enter right here as it's breaking the high, and then I can target this area, that area, because we have clean traffic coming through here, and voila. But you don't know if price is going to continue through that zone, so that's why I don't do that.
All right.
What's happening, Jake?
Pretty slow start.
Yeah, you haven't really missed anything.
I certainly like to trade Mondays.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it can
Not
be a
that I
little
won't,
wonky.
but yeah, it's that weekly candle is pretty important to me. And
Yeah.
on Monday, it's like basically non-existent.
Yeah.
Unless there's a good move in London that rejects or something.
Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes you don't get all that much movement. That's kind of how it was today. I mean, both the daily candles kind of like in a little range, a little doji-ish.
Did you take that?
Yeah, I took these buys here on GJ.
Oh, nice. Let me see. So yeah, yesterday's daily was... Oh wait, no.
Yeah, Dave teaches on YouTube. Yeah, I took that buy there on GJ. That's it. Nothing else. Talked about buys here on this bullish candle, which obviously would have played out. Would have been able to secure something there, but I don't like this range here just because of the daily candle inside of that area was kind of like doji-ish. Now it's getting some movement. Gold's got some volume now.
How's your spread on Dominion right now? I've got like 5 pips on both.
On GJ, it's like 2 pips. On gold, it's like 1 pip. 1 pip, 2 pips.
Interesting.
What broker do you use?
Dominion.
Oh, huh. The hell?
Hold on. Yeah, they're better now.
Yeah, probably right at that candle open. They were a little wider.
Let's see. Where did you enter the GJ? Did you enter on that 6:30 close?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was right at the end of the candle. It was like it broke the highs right at the end of the candle.
Yeah.
And then the next one, it just created this little wick and then made the strong push. So
Yeah, with those 2 nice wicks before it, or really 3.
yep, yeah, that's what I was really looking at. I was a little cautious of it because of this zone here. And on hourly, it's on hourly there's
Yeah,
like
pretty
a little,
minor zone.
yeah.
Yeah, I like that trade. That was a good one.
Yeah, it was pretty solid, and the 4-hour candle didn't have a top wick at that point. It was like just coming to create it, you know. It was like bearish, you know, to flip and go create that top wick. So I was like, all right, perfect. You know, there's about 2 hours left in the 4-hour candle. It should make a little push, you know, create that top wick.
Yeah, definitely not one to hold, but
Yeah,
for a quick one, for sure. Right at that 61.18 area. Yeah, it's nice.
Omar, gold for sell. Yeah, the gold sell's already happened, it looks like.
Yeah, I went for 1920. See what happens there.
Yeah, I would prefer it in that zone, I think, below there, because now the daily is getting a little bit stronger bearish.
Yeah, gold's just probably gonna range for another week. I mean, with that huge bull run, it's kind of gotta range for a minute.
Yeah, 100%. Surya, should I sell gold if you want? Sure. I
You
wouldn't.
should do whatever you want.
Yeah. I wouldn't, because I would like a sell below closure. I would like a candle closure down there. But yeah, I mean, if you want. I already took my trade though, so I'm not really in the markets at this point.
Just gotta ask yourself, is it a part of my plan?
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you don't know the answer to that, then you gotta make a plan.
Right.
The only problem, Mike, with this range is like a 20 pip range, right? The one we drew.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not really big enough. I think it's much larger down below. 1917.
It's around 1917, 1916 there.
Mhm. Yep. Yeah, and this is kind of like what I was expecting. You know, with these smaller ranges, like you can kind of expect this to happen. Like it'll just blow through the whole range. You know, you won't really get a confirmation to enter in the range.
Yeah.
Yeah, had a nice little push there though. Yeah, that's pretty solid little push. GJ didn't get the same volume. Yeah, to me there's just no confirmation for that entry though. I mean, the only thing that the rejections that we had here on these two candles. It's the only thing that I could really consider, but other than that, I mean, it doesn't. It's not a part of what I
About
would
gold
have.
sales?
Yeah, it's not a part of what I would have executed on there. If I hadn't already taken my trade for the day, probably wouldn't have executed there.
Oh yeah. I can see like why it happened, but probably wouldn't have executed that either.
Yeah.
It's 4 hours so bullish. I would probably just stick to buys. Like I bet a buy off this 1920 is gonna play nicely.
Yeah, form some support.
We'll see.
Oh, Jeanette caught it. 21 pips on the gold sell. Did you catch it on the break of the low, Jeanette?
Yes, I did. I just felt that she was gonna drop because I saw her making lower lows and lower highs.
Mm-hmm.
So when she came to the more of the pivot area of 1927.30, I saw her dropping. So I took her around 1923.80.
Gotcha.
Nice.
So she did a great push for me, and I went on and got out. So now she's pulling back at a resistance zone.
Yep. Yeah, makes sense for sure.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, one of those intuition trades.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, if you listen to Roger's videos and learn how to read the candles and the high highs and high lows before you enter the trade and look to your left, you can see it more clear, and then it gives you that high probability to trade. Then if your risk management is not too high, you can stand the loss. You just take it and see what happens and be good either way. That's how I trade.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, just like we were saying too with these rejections, I mean, we already had the rejections, so I mean, it makes sense for sure for it to make that push down. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like the idea. Me personally, probably wouldn't have executed on it, but I definitely makes sense, like why it would give the push, especially with this time too. It's high volume time right now too, so. But with that said, I'm gonna shut it down for today. Get rocking and rolling. Nothing really for me at this point, especially since I already took the trade. But if I didn't, I would still probably be looking on GJ for closure above this 161, 181 level to continue bullish. And then for gold, yeah, I mean the move was missed at this point, so have to wait for probably 1 or 2 more 30-minute candles to close to give some more information on which direction. Yeah, 1337. You did 1337 Forex there. You definitely called it here. On he was calling it here on the break of the lows here, 15-minute low. Failed to retest or failed to break the highs, and you know, made that strong push down when the volume came in. That was what was that? Yeah, that was like 8:15, so it was perfect.
Yeah, the 15-minute was actually pretty good.
Oh no, he said, unfortunately my trade hit break even before moving down 73 pips. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, to that point, man, that's you know, I think you're new to the streams 1337 Forex, but if you come around, you'll start to see that I don't really manage my trades at all. I just, you know, once the stop loss is in place, I'm just trusting that that's going to be a valid stop loss, and if it gets hit, it's going to invalidate my trade, and if it doesn't, then, you know, I'm going to catch profits somewhere. But yeah, like if I would have entered here, you know, I probably would have placed my stops above the previous 30-minute candle, which I think would have been, yeah, it would have been like right there, 1927.95 area. So I don't think it would have been hit. But yeah, so that's probably what I would have done. And then I would have just aimed to secure out, you know, 10, 11, 12 pips, something like that. And I haven't been leaving runners, so I probably would have just closed everything. I would have missed the rest of the move, but I'm okay with that. So yeah, something to think about there. 1337 Forex. I noticed towards the end of last year, October, November, a lot of my losses were because I was strangling the trade. You know, like they would have played out. You know, they wouldn't have hit my stop loss. It would have played out, but I was getting like kind of emotional towards the trade, and I was closing them early. So that was something that I kind of like put in my back pocket. And now, since I only take one trade per day and I'm only risking 1%, you know, I'm okay with taking a full stop loss hit. I would rather take a full stop loss hit rather than letting emotions get involved and closing early to quote unquote manage risk, and you know, then potentially miss out on the profits, because I'm not looking to take another trade. But I do like when people manage risk, because it puts you in a position to where you can take another trade. And I think that's why Raja talks about it so much, because you know, if you take a 1% risk trade and you only lose 0.25%, then you have another 0.75% to take another trade with, you know, so it makes sense. But for me currently, like, and me and Jake were talking about this last week, but for me currently where I'm at, you know, I think I'm in that stage where I just want to get really, really, really comfortable with, like, you know, my confidence with winning trades. And then after that, then I'll start moving into, okay, cool, how can I get out of my losses, my losing trades quicker? But I was having a problem where I was like losing confidence because I was taking a lot of losses, but my plans would play out. So I was being like, fuck. So
Progression,
yes, sir.
patient. It'll pay off.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But word, I'm gonna shut it down. We'll be back tomorrow, 6:30 a.m.
Bet.
Stay safe, stay strong out there. Don't get caught up in these markets. Oh, it looks like GJ's still playing around. Yeah, probably
Fucking
definitely wait
GJ,
for those
bro.
closures. But y'all have a good day. Have a good rest of the day,
Yeah.
or a good night wherever you're located at. We'll catch up tomorrow. Catch the markets again.
Hi,
Yeah.
brother.
See you tomorrow.
Have a good one.
See y'all.
Adios, everybody. Peace, Jake,
Peace, Mike.
Maurice, Jeanette. Peace, everybody. Everybody on YouTube. Peace out. Have a great day.
You too.